You've nailed your profitable and powerful online course idea. But now you're asking, how do you actually build your online course and get it out into the world? We're in our third video installment of our video series, Your Audience is Waiting, how to turn your brand and expertise into an online course that sells, where I'm sharing my 6+ years of knowledge as an online course creator and strategist, so you can finally create a successful online course business and multiply your income and impact. Specifically in this video, friends, I'm going to walk you through the 3 steps to turn your brand and expertise into a transformational online course that sells without the overwhelm, confusion, or hours of Googling. So, let's get to it. Step 1 is to map and position your course so it's built to succeed even before you create it. The first step might feel like a lot of behind-the-scenes work, but it's really the most important step. It's like what Jesus said about that wise man who built his house on a rock. It withstood the storms. But when a house is built on sand, it didn't really last. Same with your course. If you skip this part and rush into creating your course content, you might end up feeling frustrated and stuck later on. You'd even have a hard time selling and promoting your course until you actually believe in your course and your product. Because when your course has a clear foundation, it becomes something that lasts and truly helps people. So you become confident and unapologetic in selling it. So here's how you can do that. Clarify your audience. Who is this course really for? Be specific. Your course is not for everyone, and that's a good thing. I have a client who's making a course for brand designers, and she made it even more specific. Brand designers who are first-time moms or going to be moms. Why? I advised her to be more specific because the process and the positioning will be different. Single brand designers who don't have kids yet may prioritize and care more about their income than their time with kids or family. They have different priorities than those moms who want to both be a present mom and a successful business owner. Define the transformation. What change will they experience by the end of your course? Think outcomes, not just content, not just information. Transformation is thinking ahead and reflecting about what your ideal students truly desire. As for the previous example, these moms aren't just after financial transformation where they get to make more money in their brand design businesses. So if my client uses that as main positioning and messaging for her online course, it will not be as powerful as saying, this course will help you find peace and learn the balance of doing both, motherhood and entrepreneurship, thriving in both roles without losing your identity. See the difference? Sketch your outline. Map out a high-level overview of your modules and lessons inside the course. Let's say you're a personal development author, and so that might mean that you have 10 chapters in the book. One chapter can be equal to one module in your course. You can also ask yourself, what are the 5 to 10 steps that my students need to take to get from their point A to their point B? Here, just make the skeleton. We'll flesh it out in step 2. Next is decide on your inclusions and packaging. Think, what will support them best? Add only the things that will make your course feel truly tailor-fit to your target students, like workbooks, Q&As, coaching calls, or even a community group. But I say only because you really have to be intentional about the bonuses and features that you are going to add. These have to be things that truly solve the problems, setbacks, or objections that your ideal students have when taking action towards your course. Don't make it seem like you added a random bunch of bonuses or resources just to make your course feel like it's valuable. And then set your price with confidence. In mapping and positioning your course, pricing is a huge element. Please avoid underpricing or lowballing yourself just because it might be your first time creating an online course or you're just starting out. Price your course based on the transformation that you offer. Remember, what you're teaching here is valuable and could change people's lives. Just imagine, what will it cost them not to solve the very problem that your course is solving? And a pro tip here for step 1 is to create a waitlist page and start promoting your course. This will help you build momentum and validate your offer, validate the demand for your course while you're still building it. And by the way, if you're watching this and if you're not clear yet on your course idea, then watch the previous video in this series, which I'll link here, and then come back to this one. Step 2 is to turn your course idea into a transformational curriculum your students will love. Before anything else, what makes a curriculum transformational? First is that it's student-centered. It's not an expert brain dump. This means that you are only adding the modules and lessons that will truly help the students to get to their desired transformations. It's not a question of, oh, I'm the expert, so I will have to decide what things I will be adding or teaching inside my course. But rather, it's more like asking yourself, how can I make this learning process as easy, fun, simple, and actionable as possible for my students? A transformational curriculum is also focused on outcomes, not just info overload. This means that inside your course, you don't have countless modules and lesson videos for your students to binge watch for like forever. If you're a content creator, I get that you're probably used to just yapping and talking about a topic for so long in your live streams or webinars. But I'm gonna be giving you tough love on this, okay? Your students will not watch all of that. Your course should not be like that. Again, ask yourself, how can I make this learning process as easy, fun, simple, and actionable as possible for my students? And the transformational curriculum is engaging and actionable, not just one-way lectures. What's the use of taking online courses if those will just be like those college classes where mid-class we feel like falling asleep? There should be assignments, action steps, reflection prompts. Pause this video lesson and write down your answer in your journal moments, or even surveys or quizzes that would add to them or motivate them to actually execute on what they're learning. I've helped a client before who's an author with a book on biblical health principles turn his book chapters into online course modules. Every module addresses a real-life problem of his ideal students. And so we created his course to be engaging, transformational, and actionable. So if you're overwhelmed trying to fit all your knowledge into a course, or you're just unsure how to structure it in a way that flows, well, I'd love to help. Feel free to book a call with me to explore how we can work together at myrrakate.com/discovery call. Step 3 is to bring it all to life by setting up your course and creating a powerful learning experience. First is, of course, to record your lessons. Video is still the most engaging and powerful way to teach, especially for your signature online courses. And if you're camera shy or introverted, don't worry, my clients are too. And they've still created incredible courses anyway. I'm an introvert, and yet here I am doing the very thing that I used to fear. So, if we can do it, so can you too. You can absolutely do this. If you need tips on how to be confident on camera, then check out my video here. Then the next step is to set up your course platform. This is about making the customer journey smooth and impactful from their very first click all the way to course completion. Just imagine the journey that your students have from seeing a social media post of yours to actually getting the certificate of completion inside your course. A course and a learning experience that feel clunky can lose students too fast. And so we don't want unsatisfied students. We want to avoid them as much as we can. We want to avoid refunds as much as we can as well. So this part really matters. At the most basic, here's what you'll need. A sales page that speaks directly to your audience's pain points and points them to the transformation that they will have after taking your course. A checkout page where they will be able to pay or input their cards so that they can purchase your course, which most course platforms at this point already includes by default. A thank you page to celebrate their decision to purchase and give a good first impression. And of course, a course platform where your course content is housed and your students will be able to access your lessons and resources. You can absolutely DIY all of this if you have the time and tech skills. But if you'd rather focus on your message, on your zones of genius as the expert, and let someone else handle the course tech and setup, then book a call with me so we can chat about getting it all done for you. And here's your bonus step, because newsflash, your course is not the finish line. It is in fact just a starting point. Once your course is up and running, it's time to think bigger. This is where your course becomes just a part, just a foundation of a thriving online educational business and not just a one-time product. At this point, you should ask yourself, what does the rest of your product suite look like? How will people find your course? What's your value funnel for leads or potential customers? Is there an opportunity to upsell? A way for you to be able to serve and help your students after they're done taking your course? And most importantly, are there new gaps or new problems that your course reveals that you can help solve in the lives of your students? I've mentioned this in the first video of our series, but by going from a creator mindset and stepping into a CEO mode, you're not anymore just thinking small, but you're invited to think bigger. Your vision gets more elevated. Again, God calls you to be more. God calls you to help more. God calls you to serve more. This is how you build a successful online education business. One that creates lasting income and impact. So maybe you're thinking, this sounds great, Myrra, but I barely have time to breathe, let alone build an online course. If that is you, you'll want to watch the next video in our series. Just click this video right here. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Keep the faith and know that the best is yet to come. I'll see you in the next video.